Alright, so on today's video, let's talk about overdrive. Yes, these are the overdrives I use for the studio. Okay, and also I remember this like a different type of overdrives. Okay, I only have 3. There is 2 more I need to try out and also see if I like it or not. Probably I will buy 2 more, these 2 different kind I don't have, because it's cool to have like a more tones or more colors, you know, or more flavors to the studio. And I know, probably you're thinking, bro, this is bullshit. You know, this is like old technology. You need only like those quadcortex. I even like, I don't remember what is the name. So you will see the little thing here, there. Yeah, it's cool. I know it's a digital magic pedal. Like so far I know you can put like a plugins inside and make it sound, and also impulsive impulsive real thing, like because I don't use that. Okay, it's like a IRL, I guess. So for replace this, and yes, I know there's a bands there they use it. So far I remember Exodus, they use this Kemper stuff. That's like a little old one. Yeah, but do trust me, for the recording process, for the real records, that shit will never replace this. Okay, so let's go. Well, let me start with the pedals I don't have. Okay, so the first one is labeled name as like a soft clipping. By the way, in this video you will see, I mean, you will hear and see also names like a hard clipping, soft clipping, and transistors. You know, this is how it is, okay? But anyway, so the soft clipping consider is like a clean overdrive with no extra tones. It doesn't change the tone of your guitar. Now, one of the famous ones is Marshall the Blues Breaker. Okay, so the pedal was made in the early 90s, and yeah, that one is the most famous, and you will see pictures here, there, another type of the overdrive. Okay, second one I don't have is considered like, if I don't remember, but it's like could be the transistor overdrive. Okay, it's more mainly made with transistor than another components like diodes. Okay, and that one, the very famous is the Boss Blues Driver. Yeah, I remember I tried one centuries ago, and then I really like it, and it making sound very metal. Okay, but I need to get a pedal again and see if I like it or not. But yeah, probably I will buy, you know, those 2 eventually to get more tones in the studio. Yeah, but well, let's start with the soft clipping. Okay, the soft clipping overdrive, of course, created or made around in the late 70s. Okay, of course, you know, the most famous is Ivan Stube Screamer. This is the Maxon OD 808 overdrive. And then if you ask him, bro, but why you don't have the classic, you know, Ivan pedal? Because believe it or not, Maxon, which is this brand, okay, Maxon was the factory back in the day. Okay, so Ibanez didn't have a factory, so they hired Maxon to create the Tube Screamer. So years later, Maxon realized, hey, these guys have to make tons of money for our factory. So what if we become a brand, and also because we have all the plants, all the, you know, I totally forgot what's the name of that. You will see the name right here. So if we have everything, we can make our brand, and also we have all the technology and also all the tools. So this is the real one, okay? If you want to put it in a way. So Maxon 808 is nothing wrong about it. So that one. And also you have these 2. But it just but if you have one soft clipping type of overdrive, why you need these 2 Boss overdrive? Okay, believe it or not, this is the super overdrive. Okay, this sounds slightly different than that one, and this one sounds completely different than these 2. Okay, and another, let's see, another thing about the soft clipping, specifically in this kind, is like is not transparent. So it's gonna change your sound, and also it's more focused on the mid range. Okay, and yeah, so let's put it this way. Ibanez created the Tube Screamer. Later, Boss say, hey, let's do something similar. They create the super overdrive for me. Sounds slightly different, but sounds super cool. Both sound very 80s, okay? And sometimes when clients came here, always like they be, oh my God, which is the best tone? So it's between these two. But if I want something different, because this is a slightly different, it's the same kind, but these have more focus on the low end, and this is a little more musical. This is like a more darker, if you want to put a name, you know? So, for example, if a band came and they want to sound like a more like a Celtic Frost, could be this one. So, yeah, this is like a more elegant tuba screamer. Yeah, cool. All right, now let's go back in time. This one is the hard clipping, okay? So this became early 70s. And there is two famous one. I have one right here, but the other famous is the DOD preamp, which you will see here a picture probably, and this is the other classic. So okay, this is a reissue. This is not from the 70s, but it's the same thing, okay? Come on, it's the same pedal. Okay, if you are like a snob or those stupid like a guitar player, oh my God, I need to have the real one. Go like go ahead, spend your money. I don't care. This is the same thing. This is a MXR Distortion Plus. Okay, and yeah, this is pretty hard. It's dirtier. Okay, it's more aggressive. Okay, it's depends, of course, which pedal are you talking about. But for example, this is the sound of the Randy Rose or early Iron Maiden making with this pedal. But this is another kind of hard clipping. This is the Marshall the Governor. This came early 2000s too. This was the first time a brand company tried to make an amplifier in a box pedal. I mean, in a format pedal. Some people said this is like the JC 800 in a format pedal. Yeah, it's between distortion and also overdrive, but this is based on the hard clipping too. And believe it or not, this pedal, pretty old, it's like a tank. This is the tone of carcass headwork. Okay, so yeah. Well, in the same decade, in the 90s, in the mid-90s, there was a company to take the base of the hard clipping diodes, okay, and they create the famous clone. Yes, I know, everybody talk about the Behringer and also the knockoff they made with the real one. And also I know the real one is like between $7,000 to $20,000 to get a pedal. You know what? I got this one. A friend of mine gave me this for my birthday. This is the Golden Horse by Mosky. And if you're thinking, bro, these are better versions, I don't give you a shit. Everything sounds the same. This is right now, this is the most famous clone pedal ever. The clone. No, that's because this is a clone of the clone. Yeah, it sounds weird. Yeah, but dude, these sound the same. Okay, every single clone sound pretty much the same. I watched a video for this other channel you will see right here. Dude, at the end of the day, even those guys, they can realize which is the real one. So come on, so buy whatever you want, buy the Behringer, I don't care. I got this one, this sounds pretty cool. So what is the difference on this one and the other hard, in the other hard clipping? This is clean, okay? The difference is cleaner and the other is dirtier. And by the way, a little advice for you. If you have clone, another clone, I don't care what kind of type of clone, because this is diodes, you have to use the gain, this is the gain, around this area or max. If not, if you use your gain right here or no gain, this is like a pretty cool boost pedal. Excuse me, but if you want to have the real sound of the clone type of pedal, is between right here or to the max, okay? All right, so we are here in front of the session. Okay, this is the truth. I don't play guitar probably in a year, okay? And I will not play, so because it's gonna be like a very sloppy and people will be like a more focused in my way of play because I know people. not play, but I will use this session. This is Vigil. This is the single we did early this year. So listen this part first. Okay, so this is the part I will use for these examples, okay? So as you see, this is the DI right here, okay? So I'm going to send the DI to the reamp, and then downstairs you will see picture right here, okay? I will using my cabinet, it's a Marshall cabinet, and I will use the greenback. Yes, why not? Because everybody using the Vintage 30. It's too overrated right now, okay? So greenback is a selection greenback with the PV, okay? I need to find out a pretty cool tone, and then, okay, because this is metal, this is a metal channel, because I am metal, mostly I'm metal, I am heavy metal producer, there is. So I will not use this as a regular overdrive, so I will use this in the way I will work in the regular day, you know. So I load the amp with pretty much gain, and then I using this to get that little extra push. So we're gonna listen all these overdrives how sound with the extra push, and then you will listen it sound different, okay? Yo, don't forget to give me a like, to subscribe, and share this. Also, don't forget, I can mix and master your band online. So just send me the tracks, and then I will do all the magic. So back to the video. Well, and that's it for today. And I hope I help you, to find a pretty cool overdrive, for you. And if you want to buy all these plus the other two I don't have, please be free, And also if you are playing in the band, also you want, maybe you're tired of a tube screamer, maybe you want to try something different. I hope this video clear your path to find your tone, okay? So yeah, that's it. Bye guys.